back with another random SoloQ cast with my new microphone, the Blue Yeti Blackout. Hopefully the sound is a little better. And I do need to mute that stream. Alright. Having the dashboards up always good, but not if it compounds the audio. But anyways, I'll just be spectating one of these featured matches. I'll go ahead and click watch now and switch over the HUD, which I forgot to actually do last time when I was trying out my new mic, but something I should be doing every game. Alright, let's get into this one. On the blue side, we have Boom Blah Blah on Yasuo, then Omega Phoenix on Braum, K-Rub on Evelyn, Korean Legend on Tristana, and then the NASA's top Soul Quest. It does look like the Yasuo is going middle with Exhaust. That's pretty interesting. But first, let's go look at the other side. There's Silent Reaper on Ezreal AD Carry with his Thresh support, Trusty Steed, Falco 987. Then we have the Cannon top, Skarner jungle, and Morgana mid lane. So some interesting champions. We don't usually see Morgana mid lane these days that often. She's fallen out of the meta a little bit. Actually, you can see Kennen trying to do some harass on the Soul Quest there in the top side. Trying to deny him as much CS as he can, but it's going to be a rough battle from here on out. Nasus does have so much sustain, and he even started the flask. So he will be able to stay in that lane as long as he pleases. Looks like the other lanes are no real large advantages yet, except Skarner somehow already has 5 CS up on Evelyn. You can see. Okay, there's about a 100 gold difference there, so not the worst. Four jungle crates, I guess he just maybe got his Bramble, sorry, not Bramble backs, that's Red Buff. Meanwhile, K-Rub is going to be ganking Kennen here. Nass is getting fairly low, but he will use his Lightning Rush and be able to get out of there safely. Now Mark Tovar's coming in as Skarner. He wants to get K-Rub dead. Oh my god, is he going to get the stun off? Not quite, and that means K-Rub's going to be able to walk away, but here comes Nasus. Goes back in a little bit ill-fated for him. First blood goes over to Skarner, actually. So that'll give him a nice 400 gold boost. You can see Thresh looking for a little play. I think he's just trying to walk up and get the play off. But he has to burn his flash now because he's getting a little aggressive, and that means Korean Legend throws on the explosive charge, and they pick up that kill pretty much for free. They did have to, well, not for free, because Tristana did burn flash. But for free as in Thresh really just walked up and died. It wasn't really a play-making opportunity by the blue side bottom lane in the sense that they forced something to happen. It was just, he went really over-aggressive, getting really hungry, thirsty for those plays on the Tristana. Yasuo bullying Morgana a little bit, knowing that she has fairly long cooldowns on all of her abilities, except for maybe the Tormented Soil. Thresh is back in the lane, but you can see that his friend Silent Reaper is already pushed down so much. And if Tristana gets, oh my gosh, yeah, you can see she's already 400 gold up on him. If she gets 100 more gold from this wave and then goes back, she'll be already be able to grab that BF sword. And because Ezreal AD carries usually just go Trinity Force, sometimes you see an odd little tier going for a man immune, which makes you much weaker in lane, so you only usually do it if you're but yeah, if Tristana goes back now and forces Ezreal to go back too, because Ezreal doesn't want to be there when Tristana comes with a full item, should be able to abuse the fact that she has such an earlier spike in the initial first buy. Because Ezreal, well, actually he does have enough for his Sheen, so that is the spike he would be looking for. Looks like Tristana will be trying to stay here and abuse the fact that he's at low health, but here comes K-Rub, comes out of the bushes. Are they going to be able to get the kill? No, there's no Ignite coming out onto him, and now Thresh hooks Braum under turret, but he'll be able to escape. Nothing really gained or lost in favor of either side, but actually Nasus gets bound in the top lane. Mark Tober throws on the, well, actually it wasn't him throwing on the Ignite, so Morgana picks up that kill. They actually get the assist even from Kennen, even though he didn't join them in diving that turret. So that'll be a lot more golden. Focusing the Nasus is really a good strategy, especially in something like SoloQ, so that you can prevent Nasus from getting a lot of stacks. And actually, there's the Flame Thresh wanted a long time ago. You can see it does a little bit of damage. Now Tristan's at half health. Her explosive charge is going for the— oh my gosh, great death sentence. It actually goes back, but does not get the play off. I don't know if it was still on cooldown or what. He still has enough mana. And this bottom lane on blue side is so low. Maybe they should have gone back for that BF, so forced to pop the flash. Is Thresh going to be able to land the next hook? He does have Ignite, but no flash. Oh, man. Thought he was in range for that, but Tristana just continues walking away. Evelyn going to be coming down here. Sees a nice, juicy Ezreal. Ripe for the pickings. And the fact that he's out of the bush now means he can go up. Oh, no. Tristana's trying to bait this. Oh, man. Evelyn's just able to walk up. That's a free kill. Thresh, maybe he's going to try to turn it around onto Tristana. He does throw it off the Ignite. That does mean he gets a kill, but K-Rup, oh, he's surviving 1 for 1, but blue team also gets the assist onto their important carry role. In the end, blue team does come ahead with that. We'll see what Tristana decides to do with the extra gold she got. Looks like, oh my gosh, she's gonna wait actually for the pickaxe. That'll put her way ahead of Ezreal. And actually, yeah. You can see Ezreal does go for that tier pickaxe. We're trying to run that Manamune out here. And now Manveer pops the Nasus ultimate. Very well played, but that's a very important ultimate that Nasus really needs for this lane because of how much focus he's been seeing up here. If red team decides to come gank again, we've seen so much focus up there. That would be huge. Somebody messaging me on Steam, but here comes Falco, gets the flay and the hook off this time. I don't think it'll be enough to really kill him. He still does not have his ultimate, but meanwhile Skarner is trying to go a little too deep down there. Morgana actually flashes in with the soul shackles. I think she's going to be able to pick up Tristana, but Yasuo gets the return kill on the backside. Now, concussive blows are about to proc. Does she have the black shield still? No, it was down. Trying to kite back toward Kennen. Kennen's ultimate does come off. The stun comes. The Mark of the Storm saves Morgana. The last minute, actually, Glacial Fissure comes out, but not going to be enough. Her Spell Vamp from her passive will keep her alive, but will Omega Phoenix be alive? He is a Phoenix, so maybe he'll come back from the ashes. I don't think so, though. Another misplay from Falco. Kind of wondering about his comfort on that Flay Rage, because that's, I think, the third missed opportunity or Flay used. That was not range. Evelyn seeing if she can grab something, but very dangerous to dive a Morgana under trip because of that dark binding. And now she's in a 3v1 here, gonna have to burn her flash. Unfortunately, the wall she flashed over was right next to the entrance to that mid-turret area, and she will be able to get away. So very action-packed so far. 10 kills in the first 10 minutes. Oh, man. Yasuo actually gets the dash off onto Morgana while she's backing, but the damage doesn't come out yet. And you can see Kennen walks away. Thresh is still here. He's like, come on, man. I just want to go back. He has 600 gold. Trying to rush that Nomad's Medallion. Well, he did rush it and not actually going for the Sidestone first, but he wants the mobility boots to make plays. You can see he was making great use of that at the mid lane. And nobody has really caught him too much by surprise yet, so not really punished for the lack of Sightstone yet. Will he be able to pick that up now, though? He has 100 gold left before he can grab that. Actually, Tristana getting pretty aggressive. That would have been a good trade in her favor had she not taken that turret shot, but Ezreal, with that pickaxe, going to be poking a little bit back, and Braum's going to try to secure some vision around there. The dragon has not been taken by either side because they've been so focused on fighting mid that they'd be way too low to even consider something like that. So Silent Reaper just going to be trying to stay actually ahead in the CS. But now Mark Tober ganking Nasus again, but the ultimate is already back up for both people. He's out of mana and out of time because he's going down instantly. Oh, okay, for a second I thought he might be able to sneak out of there, but actually Yasuo tries to go all in on the Morgana. She did use her ultimate and Ignite there. So I guess he just walked a little too close to the Soul Shackles, and he was trying to turn it around as a last-ditch effort, but that did not work out in the slightest. You can see she has finished her Morellos, as opposed to Yasuo's very somewhat patchwork assortment of items. You can see he does not quite have the static shiv out, which is pretty important for his trading ability. He will be getting that once he hits 600 gold. There it is. Now he does have the Bam Scepter to help him try to sustain this lane, but Morgana's passive just so useful in that regard. She will be able to stay there forever with that Morello's, and if Evelyn decides to give her any future build-ups. We check out Nasus' stack sheet. Does that say 16? No, something must be wrong, but Thresh taking some harass down there. 7? Okay, no, 171. Thank God. If that was only 16 stacks at 12 minutes, I would say this is already over. Nasus would be hopeless at this point. And actually, he goes up a little too greedy for CS. Gonna have to pop his splash. I think he'll be able to live here. No! Oh my gosh, the Impale comes out from Skarner, and now he tries to turn it around with the Spirit Fire, but that does not do enough damage. He's not an AP Nasus, excuse me there, for a second. And that will be another kill going to Kennen. Kennen is so far ahead of him now, 3,000 to 1440 gold. That's an entire needlessly large rod if he were to choose that item ahead. So that was kind of awkwardly said, but meanwhile, Bard gonna be trading with the bottom lane, and Kara trying to wave clear this, but Kennen knows exactly what his limits are, flashes in instantly, picks up that kill with his slicing maelstrom. Now Nada gonna be saying, nah, you are not trying to take me down, because she has that dark binding with the tormented soil doing so much damage, and you can really see that she's still at full health because her passive will be able to heal her back up. Yep, looks like she did. Maxi coming to kill first, and then dark binding second. Now Falco actually gets hit with all 4 shots of the concussive blows, which means he's stunned and dies. And now a great roam from Kennen, utilizing his Sorcerer's Shoes mobility to go down there, pick up an extra kill against Yasuo. This is looking pretty rough for the blue team. They do have the Nasus late game, but really, it's getting so far out of hand at this point that it might not even be enough. Now, another set of concussive blows lands onto Skarner, and Tristana jumps over very aggressively for that kill. Is she going to follow on to Silent Reaper? Yes! I think we're getting the stun off of him, too! A double kill for Tristana in that bottom lane. They were trying to save that turret, but underestimate the power of that BF sword into pickaxe. Now, Manveer actually has not gone back since he ganked that mid lane, so he's pretty low now. I think Nasus does have his ultimate. Actually, no, Fury of the Sands is on cooldown, so he just happened to use it right there, I think, is what we had just handed to that cannon. He just had it. I was looking at the stats real quick. You can see he is actually keeping up in CS very well. For somebody being 0-4, that's very respectable to stay even in CS. But, feeling it on the other hand, the fact that he's going for all this CS probably is the reason for all of his deaths. Now, Evelyn continuing to farm there. She did actually surpass Skarner's CS advantage, although Skarner has done so much work in all these lanes. Now that he has gotten past that level 6 lane, and Yasuo trying to run around, be fancy against Morgana, but she just presses R, and that's pretty much a free win. I really wonder who came out first. Actually, it does look like it was a Yasuo first pick, so Morgana taking that as a counter, knowing that all of his fancy footwork will not help him against the Soul Shackles, and you can really see that it's paying off. He is ahead 15 CS, but she has such control in this lane right now. And also, Morgana is a champion where, with the 5-man Soul Shackles, she doesn't need that much farm to be really relevant. Great flank from Evelyn. K-Rub just ensuring that Israel dies instantly. Really, all that Tristana needed was the slow, and she could have done the rest. So, that means one more kill over to the blue team, and that will be the dragon. And I said looking bad for blue team earlier, but that's just because top lane is so far behind. Being Tristana is just snowballing this game out of control on the bottom side with the help of Braum, Heart of the Freljord, going to be providing as many snowballs as Tristana could ever want. So, a lot of just dichotomous styles of play here. Focusing the top side versus focusing on the bottom side. Now, K-Rub just going to be continuing to farm this red buff. Going to be going back after securing the first dragon for his team. You can see the goal lead is fairly even. And, oh, is Skarner going to go... Oh, wait, no, sorry. I thought that was on the other team. Just spying on them. Just providing a little bit of support. He did not really have the flash, but he could always get Lantern over if Thresh were to get engaged upon. Now he's going to be going into the mid lane. Skarner actually going back. He could have just walked up an ultimate there, but now Braum's actually in the top lane. Is this going to be a turnaround onto Manveer? The slicing maelstrom comes out and stuns everyone, but Nasus is doing enough damage. It's going to be it. Braum's ignite so critical there. Kennen seemed like he might have been able to slip out, but will not escape against Nasus's basic boots. And Thresh gonna be seeing if he can stop them. And whoa, he's all alone. So Nasus just says, "Okay, buddy, you wanna play? Here I am." Throwing out the lantern to see if they can get the kill onto him. Great hook goes right around the minions to sentence him to death, and that will be a kill on him. Actually, K-Rub flashes forward to try to get Thresh. Maybe should have just stuck to Skarner because that's a double kill. Very greedy from her, trying to. I guess she overestimated her ability, but after seeing how well bot lane was doing, and now Mark Tober gonna be dueling Boom Blah Blah. Oh my gosh, a great Steel Tempest cuts through Thresh, not quite enough to get the kill, and I think a wise decision by him not to go for that Yasuo ultimate. Now, they actually find Braum into this bush. Manveer are going to be trying to do what he can. Meanwhile, Morgana gets mid lane turret, seeing if she can roam back up here. Actually, no, she's just going to be walking around this jungle. Not really sure what she's doing over there. Doesn't even ward. Okay, so she does put one on those wolves. I think they want to spot Evelyn when she's doing the camps. But at this stage of the game, she could really be anywhere. Now, Silent Reaper, he's just in a sad spot, man. He just wanted to wait for the minions to come to his turret. They don't have any wards on this side of the map, you can see. He does go down. Tries to use the True Shot Barrage to catch up. And now Nasus is here. Kennen was trying to save his buddy. Not going to be enough. He needs to go up this way so he doesn't get jumped on by Tristana. Yeah, that will be the spot. He's going to Morgana. Can you please run down and try to Dark Binding somebody here? But here she comes now. But now they're getting surrounded, collapsed on by all four people. K-Rub gonna be initiating onto her. I don't think they have the burst to take her down. Yeah, look at that damage from the Tormented Soil. Thresh is gonna be trying to land a hook there, but doesn't land. Slicing Maelstrom comes out. He's not even in range of these people, though. Oh my gosh, everything coming out for both these teams. Braum now has to flash away. And actually, Skarner doing an aggressive flash. I thought he was trying to run, but no, bringing him right to the team is the explosive charge. Gonna be enough? No, but Yasuo's there to pick it up now. A double kill. 3 people for 2. Blue team comes out on top. All those kills go to Yasuo. Really hectic and chaotic there. Everyone just fighting it everywhere. This is the epitome of SoloQ playstyle. Unicorns love would be proud, especially with unique picks like the Skarner and Morgana. And I say unique in that, not that they're bad or that a lot of other champions would probably be significantly better, but in SoloQ, if you're comfortable on a champion, pretty much, it just seems like you can see diversity in champion picks instead of just Azir, Echo, and the typical jungler is actually, ooh, good death sentence, but Yasuo's gonna be taking another turret shot. If Skarner gets one auto, that is the end. Oh, lands a Q, barely cutting him down. Great aim by Mark Tobar, and I think Yasuo believed he was out of range there. Alas, he was not. Ezreal has finished his Man Immune and looking to go toward a Glacial Shroud. Or he already did that, so looking to build an Iceborne Gauntlet after that. Kind of an interesting decision. They are lacking a lot of... They will be lacking a lot of physical damage if he goes for the full traditional blue Ezreal build, which is a lot of armor, CPR, and mana. But it'll allow him to fight better. Oh my god, you can see Thresh completely out of position there. Wanted to try to help out Kennen or maybe get some vision control, but unfortunately the rest of the blue team was there, and now Braum lands the Winter's Bite onto Ken. He's sticking around even with the Braum passive on him. I don't think that's the correct decision. You see this turret's about to go down. He's going to be trying to go all in here. He does have Zanya's. I don't know if they can one-shot him. Mark Tovar so close, but Kennen does so much damage with that Mark of the Storm. Brock on his W, and actually he's going to go in. Where's the flash inside? Jukes all of Braum's abilities. Very nicely played by him. He actually doesn't have flash, so I don't know if he was bluffing, but it seems to have worked. Braum used all of his Glacial Fissure and the Winter's Bite trying to peel. And now everyone was roaming top lane, so Yasuo's going to get some free damage onto this turret. Thresh comes over, so he does have to back off. Can he beat the Skarner, though? Skarner is so fast now. Once you get past that early game, oh my gosh. Blade of the Ruined King might be Yasuo's saving grace, but here comes the speed buff again. And he's going to use, oh my gosh, Impale comes out from Skarner, but Yasuo already has a Quicksilver Sash. And talking about surprises, expecting a Quicksilver Sash at 22 minutes is not something you'd be expecting at all. He actually walked for an entire full second after Yasuo cleansed out of that, so really caught by surprise. Another dragon going over, but this time to the red side. That will even it up. And you can see everyone on the red team is doing incredibly well, except for that bottom lane. And if Ezreal can get some more of his core items, getting with Glacial Shroud, I don't really agree with getting that core machine, but that is cheaper, so maybe that's what he's doing. Meanwhile, Falco up too far again. The Black Shield was on him, but not... What? Everyone misses their abilities. I guess they thought he was going to juke back around outside the turret, but he does manage to survive somehow. True Shot Barrage does not detect Evelyn. We'll get those minions, though. Now, blue team might be in a tough spot here. They don't have a flank from Kennen, which is really what would seal the deal on that fight. And they will back off. Evelyn is there, though, to which red team is unaware. Although they might suspect just because Evelyn should be there because the rest of the team is. So I really want to see some flanks come out from either of these teams. You can see no one's really trying to clear that bush of the ward. Besh does have his sweeper up. If they can get Kennen to wrap around and engage, he will have his flash up momentarily. That would be huge. So blue team is actually going to back off. Nass is going to go back to farming stacks. What he loves best. Manrier clearing out that pink ward. Slowing down the game a little bit. You can see that after that Ezreal backed, he did pick up his Iceborne Gauntlet. So much kiting power coming out from the red side. And if blue team cannot get a very strong and clean engage, it'll be really difficult for them to follow up on anything. Because just look at the enemy team. You have an Ezreal using Arcane Shift with the Iceborne Gauntlet. Almost impossible to nail down once he's gotten that full auto attack range. Then you have Morgana, who has the Black Shield and the Dark Binding and the Soul Shackles, so can't really escape herself very well, but it's very hard to keep her in one place, obviously. Skarner, he has a lot of movement speed buffs, Iceborne Gauntlet himself, as well as the fact that his Q slows now, so he's decent. And then the Kennen and Thresh gonna have disengage abilities with the Flay and the Lightning Rush. So it would be so difficult for blue team to actually make something happen. I think what they really need is a good Braum ultimate, because then they can follow that up instantly with the Yasuo Last Breath. But getting that is really the difficult part. I think Braum is headed in the right direction, building the Righteous Glory. Double QSS coming out for both the mid and bottom lane. So while Tristana is very far ahead, the fact that she dumped a lot of that money into the Quicksilver Sash means that Ezreal will have a little bit of leeway in terms of catching up in itemization for damage output. And now they're actually going to be trying to go on to Nasus, but he doesn't have a turret. I think the flash was wasted there because he cannot escape anyways. And this team's so hard to get away from, like I was just talking about. And actually, Tristana gets a kill onto Nada in the mid lane. That jumps into the turret. Is that wild turtle I see? Now I know what it's like to watch an LCS team play. Sorry, Wild Turtle's actually been performing really admirably in the playoffs so far, but gets a little bit too excited there. Pretends he's jinxed. Silent Reaper gonna be trying to follow up. He does have the Iceborne Gauntlet now. Glacial Fissure, that's what I was talking about. Double knockup on both those people. Great reaction time by Yasuo, instantly even getting the Kennen. Now he's gonna be trying to charge up his Steel Tempest on these creeps. Gets a double knock up again. You can see him really using those 3 kills from earlier. Oh my gosh, they barely pick up that kill. That could have so easily been a quadra kill for Ezreal. But instead, 3 for 1 in favor of the blue side. That will give them full control of this red side jungle. Hopefully Kira has smite so she doesn't die to that Bramblebush monsters. The Bramblebacks, sorry. Bramblebush is their little hidey home over here. Nice little cozy place to rest up. Kira gonna be picking a safe spot to back from. Dragon is up in 1 minute 30. We'll see if they decide to get that Scuttle Crab, whose 90-second timer is optimal during that village in the dragon area. So we can take a look at that. If we look at the gold, blue team is up 4,000 right now, so looking pretty decent for them. All of it is in Tristana, or all of the gold in blue team is in Tristana and Yasuo, actually. Morgana, even though she's doing so well, the fact that she's down that much CS is really hurting them. Meanwhile, Mandir, it looks like he's up a lot, but they're up 1,000. Hooks coming out, nothing really following through. I think both teams are a little cautious in this game because it's so evenly matched. Not many wards coming out on either side, and K-Rob actually gets caught by a Dark Binding. Hook comes out, but Brum blocks it with his Unbreakable. Now a Slicing Maelstrom. That means that red team can win this fight. So much damage coming from Kennen, not Kevin. Maybe his name's Kennen, I don't know, but Yasuo goes down because his QSS was already used. And that means they can get this mid turret, maybe get the inhibitor if nobody comes to defend. There's only Tristana. I don't think she even wants to get close to this, though. The possibility of getting caught by the Dark Binding or the death sentence is so high, she might just have to give this up. Nasus just split pushing all day. That means they're going to lose the inhibitor for free. Oh my gosh, Dark Binding lands and she has to pop her own Quicksilver Sash to escape with her life. Are they going to do Baron off that? That's my question. No, he's going to go for the safer Dragon now that the rest of blue team is up. And actually saying that it's a little bit dangerous on the top side for Nasus. They don't really know where red team is. You can see they have 0 wards in that entire side of the jungle. So going to have to be very cautious. If we look at red team, actually, they're not setting anything up of their own. Thresh has run out of wards, I see. That makes a little more sense. But come on, team. You have some wards you can throw down. Ken still is charging on his trinket, but he's in the top lane, so not very relevant there. And actually, Braum getting some of that vision a little bit deeper, kind of dangerous, because if Skarner had gone on him, if he knew that Braum didn't have any backup, that would have been pretty brutal for the heart of the Freljord. They get the Scuttle Crab, actually a Baron. Little do they know there's complete vision here, but I don't know if they care, because that's actually bad for blue team, but they're just going to be throwing over that hook. 2-shot barrage comes off and does some damage. Doesn't get the last hit. Now actually Yasuo going down a lot. Manveer does not get his ultimate off first. That might be the entire deciding factor in the fight. No, actually he's still on cooldown. What am I saying? Yasuo's dead. That's what I'm saying. And now Nasus is here trying to get a double kill. Who's going to get the bear? Looks like it's going to go to red team. Oh man, Tristana, if she had been there, she could have wiped through this entire red team, but instead she's just going to be split pushing bottom. I don't even know if she can get that because Skarner is already here. It will go down before he actually uses Impale, so she can use the QSS and try to 1v1 him. But oh my god, that's why you don't 1v1 the jungler with Iceborne Gauntlet, Randuin's, and the Black Cleaver. He did way more damage than I was expecting. And his passive also doing bonus damage when he rocket SRE, so very well played by him. If we look at Nasus' stacks, once he revives, we can get a little bit of gauge of how useful he'll be going forward. 543, that is a lot of Siphoning Strike stacks. So if he's able to really get some free damage, I think they might be able to get the damage off to win a fight. But, like I said, again, the team composition for red side is just so good at kiting. Nasus was the perfect champion to kite against. Now Mark Tobar and Omega Phoenix just going to be fighting Skarner. Impale comes out, but
It'll just buy him time for Thresh to throw over the Lantern for safety. And now Morgana laughing at her opponents. Gonna be launching her Champion Mastery emote. Manveer and her will be continuing to push his top side, and Evelyn's here, but I think we can get the turret first. Oh my god, double AoE ultimates coming out from the red side. That means that Evelyn instantly pops so much CC onto Nasus. That isn't even the part of the team that's the best at kiting. It's Ezreal. He flashes away, but gets hit by the knockup. Last Breath has such a short cooldown at level 16. Yasuo definitely does have that, only 27 seconds, so it was back up. He picks up a kill, very well played by the Yasuo, not allowing Israel to really hide him forever. And oh my gosh, a flash death sentence onto Tristana. She will be able to jump away at the cost of her Quicksilver Sash and Brahm's life. And now Winlaw has to come out to block that one. That'll be down for a long time. That's actually pretty important because sometimes you need that to try to defend against the siege. Good thing Ezreal's already dead though, so there's gonna be no siege. Yasuo goes in onto Kennen, gets a double kill. Just individual outplays across the board and a little bit of overextension by the red side, allowing blue team to stay in this game. Now, oh my god, Skarner. Oh my, this is brutal. He does so much damage. Yasuo is trying to do what he can, and actually the Quicksilver Sash might be enough. He's trying to run away. Yes, Skarner does not get any more autos. Nasus Q comes in. Soul Quest 1, gonna be building toward that Trinity Force, which is synergizing well with Nasus. We'll see if he's able to actually survive in the fights long enough to make use of it. But because, keep in mind, Red Side does not have a very high damage composition, I think he might be able to get away with it. You can see Ezreal has picked up his last Whisper and building into that Blade of the Ruin King. His Mirror Mana has evolved, so now he'll be able to do even more damage, especially with the bonus mana provided by that Iceborne Gauntlet. Will be giving him a lot of extra poke ability to poke rather. Kennen, seeing if he can catch Omega Phoenix. Actually, Omega Phoenix almost gets caught by the death sentence, but not quite. Draw some wards, man. What are you doing? The red team is threatening to flank you. You can see they're trying to hook over the wall. Now Thresh is going to be able to get some vision here. I really want to see Braum go out and actually throw some more wards down. Okay, he does put one there. He has one over here, so they'll be able to spot some of what red team decides to do in the future. And Dragon coming up in 50 seconds. For a 34-minute game, there haven't been as much dragons as you might expect. Although, with 3 dragons, that is a 21-minute minimum, so it makes sense that the first dragon would come out at 13, so I guess what I really meant there is that one team hasn't been focusing dragons very much, and it's been fairly split across both of them. And now both teams are aware. Morgana with a good flank. This is what I was talking about. They have the Kennen and the Morgana AoEs. If they can get them onto multiple people, that would be devastating. She's coming in the back. Actually, I don't know if red team saw. They see her now, though. Gonna have to switch back to that all vision. Evelyn is not here if red team decides to engage the fight. And Tristana's at base. This is actually disastrous. Blue team gonna have to back out there. They don't want to play chicken. They don't know where the wards are, so Tristana might have gone back without their knowledge. Alright, so Tristana might have gone back in full vision of the red team, and they play it safe, do not want to throw the entire game. They're saying, okay, 3 dragons is important, but our Nexus is more important. So, gonna be allowing to just continue farming the jungle. Nass is gonna go back to getting a little bit of stacks there. If he's in the top side, that might prompt red team to group middle. But I don't know. The Baron is up in 1 minute 20. They might just want to shove this in and go back, and with complete vision control. And actually, oh my gosh, huge engage coming out from both sides. The slicing maelstrom's in the middle, but here comes Yasuo trying to pick up the kills. He's so low. He actually gets one, and blue team's spiraling through. Here's Tristana. She's pretty huge. Uses the buster shot to be able to self-heal. Double kill, and actually everyone grouped up means Nasus was able to get a lot of damage in that fight as well. Critically, Morgana was not there. If she had gotten a 5-man stun with her soul shackles, that might have been the turning point of the fight. I'm curious to see how Israel died. That was so chaotic. Everyone just kind of died at once. I want to say he got a little bit eager there. Maybe even Arcane shifted aggressively, but he also got... Actually, I remember Yasuo engaged on him, able to solo him out. Very important before Yasuo died, because Israel would have been able to jump around the entirety of Red Team. And actually, Braum getting really close here. That means he might just fall. Yeah, Ignite comes out from Morgana, but to get the inhibitor mid. Now tables are turned. Baron's up in 10 seconds. Blue team's a little bit low, so I don't know if they even want to stay here. No, Tristana, don't go over there. You need to get ready for Baron. She wants a blue buff. So sad. They need to get over there pronto, because if Red Team decides to beeline for it, Blue would not be in position to contest it at all. And that looks like actually what Thresh is doing. He's going to be getting vision, but they don't know where anyone on Blue side is, so saying that it's dangerous for him. But he's like, nah, man, we got this. Just follow me. Nobody's there to defend against the Nasus split push. We'll see if they send anyone back. Morgana's trying to go back, but actually Yasuo with a good flank. Very aware of the entrance positions for both these teams, just knowing how to get into fights pretty well. And actually, Nasus already destroys the red inhibitor. That means that even though they get Baron, there might not be enough. Ezreal gonna be trying to chase onto Evelynn. I don't think that's what he wants to do though, because now Nasus is continuing to push the Nexus. Actually, Yasuo and Kennen are fighting it out here. Tristana went in with Yasuo, tried to interrupt the back, and now Yasuo gonna be trying to... Oh, does not quite solo out the enemy team. Nasus gets one Nexus turret. I think he's gonna stay here until he dies. That might be the wrong decision. I don't know what Red Team can get off the back of this. They have the Baron buff. Are they gonna just split push for the Nexus? Sorry, not split push. Are they just gonna group for the Nexus? Korean legend still alive. He was at about 100 health after trying to interrupt those teleports, so he did what he could. Now he is prepared for the fight of his life. Looks like Red Team will not be able to get much out of those deaths. Nasus is down for another 30 seconds, but the time it would take to kill all these super minions and get all the way over to the inhibitor would probably mean, since he has the home guard already, the Nasus could just jump in immediately. And Tristana will just be getting hit. And Tristana actually has both blue buffs in this group. Did not even give that one to Evelynn, so really selfish. Korean legend, come on. Give your team a hand here. You can see he's still 4,000 gold above Ezreal. And Ezreal's going to be building one more longsword. I'm not really sure what he wants to build that into. He has pretty much the entirety of the core blue build, except for maybe a defensive item, but apparently defense is not in his vocabulary because he's going full engage. The Iceborne Gauntlet will provide him a little bit of breathing room against the Yasuo, but you can see the Yasuo has been able to kill him in these fights by himself already. Having it has not really saved him as much as he needs to. Especially when Nasus finishes the Triforce, now going for even more tanky stats. He built the Giant Spell and the Spectre's Cal, so kind of splitting builds there. And actually, good juke on the Dark Binding. A lot of people become a little too afraid to walk that far up, but because the Binding hitbox is so large, that's really what you need to do. Boom, blah, blah, just jumps through. Mandir not respecting Yasuo's ability to gap close into minion wave, and that means one 55-second death timer for the red side, and that is a huge part of their team fight. They have the only thing they have going for them is that Morgana Kennen combo, and especially with Ezreal on the bottom side, Tristana should be able to get this turret fairly easily, and she does actually QSS the Impale. Bloom blah blah, just barely alive, and now he's threatens to go down, but no, Tristana and Yasuo are still alive on the backside. Ezreal tries to Trish up Barrage to help out, but it's not gonna be enough. Shield comes out on the Yasuo, he still dies. They do get the turret, and oh man, Ezreal comes in at the last second, picks up that kill on the Tristana, but nobody's defending against Soul Quest 1. I think he's just gonna go for it. The back door is real. Is Ezreal here? Will he be able to do enough? Oh my gosh. If Nasus had gotten one more auto into an auto cancel siphoning strike, I think that would have been it, but here comes Evelynn. She was stealth for the entire time. She actually uses her Dark Frenzy to cleanse nothing, which might have been important, but she actually instantly pops due to damage, so either use of that Dark Frenzy probably would have resulted in her death regardless. And now red team on their last breath. Ironic that they're on their last breath because Yasuo is the one with that ability, but they're going to be trying to get the 4th dragon, get something going for them. But they'll still have to wait 6 minutes for the 5th one, and I don't think that's really an option. They don't have a very high damage composition. It's going to be almost impossible to get a good AoE team fight if they're fighting in this huge area of their base. And that's really what Yasuo and Tristana want to do with Evelynn. Evelynn has so many entrances into the base to go unprotected, being able to get any position she really wants to. And now even Braum going to be scaring off Skarner from the dragon, so not even going to be able to get the 4th one for them. Yasuo and Braum will be able to kill turrets faster, but oh wait, there are no more turrets in the game. I don't know if that implies to the Nexus, but I think it applies to the inhibitors. Towers and builds. I do think that is applicable. That could actually be huge if Nasus wants to go back in. I'm a little disappointed he didn't use his yellow trinket to put a couple wards out, so he could try to get a sneaky BD, but with double inhibitors back up, that doesn't look like it'll be a real issue anyways. And now, oh my god, Yasuo's caught out! Where's the impale from Skarner? He actually popped his QSS early. Kind of expecting Skarner to pop that ultimate, but he's dead anyways. Nasus actually just considering TPing, but he blew it and he canceled the teleport. That is huge right now. That means that he has no threat on the opposite side for the red team, and if he stays in the lane and red team win a team fight, he cannot come in to clean up, or he cannot go in and clean up the Nexus. I'm not sure if red team spotted it though. The ward was right here, so that is actually out of vision from either inhibitor or even I think the minions. So they might still think that Nasus still has teleport. It is actually half off of cooldown. Oh wait, no, that's a 4th off cooldown. Yeah, 500 seconds originally, so if you cancel it, will be 240? No. 200 second cooldown, sorry, with the cancel. It's been a while since I really looked at those numbers closely, and now Manby actually going in. I don't really know where they're going for this. But they're split up, which is not what they want to do. Is Tristana going to be able to 1v2? You can see Ezreal just flashes forward aggressively. Just Korean Legend trying to flash away from the missing shot. Not enough. They're going to go down that stretch, really helping them out in that 2v1 there. And now Manveer going into the Slicing Maelstrom 2v3. But the AoE damage is real. Skarner's going to be able to pick up Evelynn. Nasus is not here. I think he has to come back, actually, because... oh my gosh, the death sentence does not land onto him. And now Ezreal's here, perfect build against the Nasus, being able to slow him down so Nasus could not get a single auto attack onto him. That means that the entirety of the red team has killed their rivals, with the exception of Evelynn. They're going to get a Baron. Perfect opportunity for them to push out these lanes. Oh man, but Caleb following Manveer so closely. This is so juicy. Is she just gonna jump in there? Yes! Gets the Ravage off with the Hate Spike, and Ezreal saying, no, my buddy! Gonna try to get revenge. I don't know if it'll be enough. Is the Dark Frenzy off of cooldown yet? No! Still has 8 seconds left. Oh, man! Thresh picks up the ace, and everyone down for another 5 seconds. But Kasada's up now. I don't know if she really wants to walk into this team. 3 versus 1, sorry. Because Kennen just died. No. Evelynn just died. Due to Evelynn. So they both just died. That will be another Baron for them. Huh. This game is getting so close. Actually, I think this is their first Baron, because red team did get the last one. You know, blue team was about to get it, and they realized that 3v4 inside the Baron pit was not what they really wanted at all. Now, blue side going to be trying to push out, survive the impending threat of these triple Baron minion waves. What number of stacks is Nasus at? 771. I just want to see how much damage he does to anyone on this team. Then he pops a Spear Fire, reduces their armor a little bit, and actually Thresh lands Death Sentence on the Yasuo. Oh my gosh, QSS does not help at all. He pops instantly. And now Kennen's going in. Is he going to pop his ultimate? I don't know if that's necessary. They just need the Mark of the Storm to stun him. that's going to be it for two of the members. I think that might be the game. If all of red team just group middle, they might be able to close this one out, but they have a huge minion wave in the top side, so that's where they're going to be focusing. Evelyn is on the side. Actually, Ezreal gets Evelyn with his arcane shift damage, and they're going to be trying to catch up to her. Wither going to be keeping him away, but here comes Tristana. She is solo. I don't really know what killed her, but Thresh jumps over and pops the Ignite. QS is going to be cleansing that, and Ezreal jumps over the wall, going to be hit by the blue buff. And he barely does any damage to this, actually. And he does build the Yuma's Ghostblade was his final item. Very... I think you might want to swap that out when you're at full build, but... You do get that inhibitor turret. Nasus charging up the middle. Ooh, Nasus for Ezreal round 2. There are no walls for Ezreal to jump over, but he's at such a long range. Where's the Wither? Does Nasus have his ultimate? No! Oh man, Ezreal just kills him for free. That's gonna be 74-second death time. But this game is getting so close. Such chaos across the map for the entire 47 minutes that we've been watching. I say we, as in I'm the only person watching the stream, but that's okay. Castle is pretty fun, as long as I don't lose my voice in the process. Oh my god, Yasuo going in for that last breath. Actually pops the Ghost. No, sorry, not Ghost, the Exhaust, and the Braum comes out with his Glacial Fissure. Yasuo tries to run away. Was not able to do that little dash over the wall, but burns his flash to be able to escape. Anyways, here comes the two-top rush! Not gonna clip him. Woo! Just barely. Oh my gosh. Every time I think somebody's gonna be able to win this game, the other team just gets 2 kills, or even a single kill, as you see. Top laner for the mid laner, and now this is the next dragon. If you imagine... Could you imagine if red team had gotten that 4th dragon? This would be 5th dragon and Baron, almost insurmountable right now, but that Last Whisper blue build is doing a lot of work for Ezreal. Now Yasuo is trying to go against Mandir. He does not have Slicing Maelstrom popped, so he is going to get popped. And he burns that, so it will be on cooldown, although I think the death time is actually longer, so not really too much to worry about there. They do get the 4th dragon. They're going to be able to kill minions a little bit more quickly. And oh my gosh, Tristana does pick up the shutdown with that explosive charge. I didn't think she was going to be able to finish it off there, but she's proven me wrong. Oh my gosh, now Nasus actually going to try to backdoor the Nexus. I didn't even see this. Oh my Jesus. So much damage coming out from his Q. He just needs one more auto. There's the game. Nasus coming in clutch. He had instantly revived and teleported to something around there. I don't even see it. Sorry, I'm getting pretty close to the mic there, but I don't even see a ward up there. Did he even teleport to this ward? They don't have any minions. I was completely distracted with what was going on middle. Actually, we can probably go back there real quick. Alright, he does have 17 seconds, so this is really weird. All the sound is gone. Today I learned if you rewind in a well, you can hear the cannon voice. Anyways, Nasus is coming up in 3 seconds. Some pings. I guess all the music and sound effects are gone. Where's Nasus going? He's up now. Where is he teleporting to? He's looking. He's looking. Okay, there is a ward here that did actually expire right as the game ended, and he's just gonna use his home card. Oh man, red team has no idea, but now they spawn him. Whew. So, that's just the worst. Skarner thought he was helping out the team, getting the dragon. Thresh, he and Thresh instantly back, but just not enough. The Impale almost killed him just far enough. Oh, Morgana flash, used her flash binding. That could have actually been the game if she had saved it for when the Impale ran out on Skarner. But anyways, that will be the end of that game. Really exciting, actually. I'm pleasantly surprised. So many kills, 39 to 48. Wait, okay, yeah, 39 to 48. Nobody was executed or suicided. And wow, Yasuo actually does the most damage in that game compared to the Tristana, so very well played by them. But Kennen coming out with the most damage on this side, so I said there wasn't that much damage in the team composition for red side, but Actually, Ezreal and Kennen do have the most in the game, so I suppose I stand corrected. That might just be that, I don't know, Kennen just, he did get very far ahead, but I guess making great use of his Slicing Maelstrom cooldown. Anyways, that was, yeah, pretty fun to do. I think my voice is still okay, and I'll see you guys later.